But hi guys, welcome back to another video. I know you don't have to tell me. I've been away. In the previous video, as I said, I was away because of reasons beyond my control. And today I'm going to talk about some of these reasons and how you can work yourself through the situation if you ever run into any of these situations. And eventually we are all going to go through this situation, but I'm here to help persons who will be in need of my assistance when that time comes. Hopefully it doesn't come anytime soon, but we don't know what the future holds, right? So we have to work with what we get until if we get what we want, right? Alright, with that being said, let us get into that. Sad. If you see me laughing or smiling, that's just how I get over whatever I'm feeling. That's just how I work through whatever sadness is inside. I smile, I put a smile on my face because most of the times we actually can't really speak what is going on in our head. We can't really speak what exactly is in depth in our cranium, so therefore we just laugh or we cry or we vent because that is the easiest way of dealing with whatever is going on. So we're going to talk about how to deal with the loss of a parent, coping with the loss of a parent, coping with the loss of siblings, family, friends, and in my case, coping with the loss of both parents. It's hard. I'm not going to say it's just a walk in the park. It was hard. I lost my mom about a year a year, and October coming is going to be 2 years, 1 year and a couple months. And I lost my dad in April, late April. It was a war. It was like a world war. It is like a world war because losing a parent is tough. It becomes harder each day. In the moment, it is very difficult, it's very hard. You don't know how you're going to survive, you don't know how you're going to live. How am I going to do this? How am I going to push forward? How am I going to see my dreams and aspiration? But when you actually start living without them, that is where the difficulty comes in. That is where you start second guessing, like, shoot, oh my gosh, how am I going to survive? Wow, I don't have mommy here with me, or I don't have daddy here with me. How I don't know how to do this. And eventually it becomes harder, then easier, and then it becomes harder because your life now starts to become a roller coaster. It goes up this minute to come down, right? It goes up, down like a roller coaster. It go around and around and around and around. And it becomes hard when you think about it mentally, and it becomes easier when you don't think about it. Let me explain what I mean. So a lot of times you might see me going about my business looking like a dashing star, like, oh, I look nice, I feel nice, or whatever. But deep down within, if you should think about how is she going to work, or how is she going about her business and not care about anything what people have to say, you might feel, oh, probably she is feeling some type of way, but she doesn't really show it. Yeah, but you don't know because you are not in my shoes, so you have no you have no understanding of how I'm feeling. That's how I feel every day. Every day I feel as if people see me going about my business and they think, oh, she's a nice person. Oh, she always smiling. She's always have a pleasant looking on her face or whatever. But I think like people don't really know exactly what's going on. So therefore, they don't really know that deep within. I see a mom and her child having a moment, and I'm like, oh, damn, that should have been me. I envy you, bro. I envy you. And then next minute, I see a mom and a daughter having a moment. I'm like, good thing we did have like a moment when my mother did alive, and I move on. I make jokes about it now and then sometimes I make jokes just to hide the feeling that I have. And that's how grieving goes, though. I think that's how grieving goes. One moment you're happy, one moment you are pumped up about something, and then the other moment you're just like, yeah, no, this is not going to work. Yeah. So I'm going to go into depth with how I'm not going to really be how I lost her, but how I was feeling when I lost my mom because she was the first person to go. So I was in college when it happened. Um, it was a Monday though. It was a Monday, and I was in college and I got a call saying that my mom they don't know what is wrong with her and all those stories, and I was like, oh, can't believe this. Is this really happening? I'm like, no, this is not happening. No, this could never happen. But I didn't get the chance to grieve like how I should. It's not like how I wanted to, but how I should. Because at the end of the day, this was the case, or this was the situation. I have a younger sister that I love, and I really did not want her to see me grieving in such a way. So you recall that postponed grief, right? So I postponed my grief. So now and then I will grieve about it. I will cry, and then the other moment I will just like let it be. So that was what happened. I cried, dropped down, faint, all of the wonderful stuff there. But I did not show that the emotion that I actually needed to show, or the emotions that I actually wanted that was within me to show, because I had to be strong. I had to stay motivated. I had to push on, pursue all the dreams that I still had, because it was the end of my bachelor's degree, and I didn't want for some reason um despite her being gone, I let her down because one of her dreams was to ensure that girl, you better go school because me can't afford it. Like I am not going to be able to afford the life that she is living. Right? I can't afford to live the life that she's living. So she ensured that even though she's not working or she cannot maintain me going to college, she still ensured that you have to go to college. You better find a way out because this life is not for you. This lifestyle that I'm living is not for you. Right? The poor lifestyle is not for you. The market lifestyle is not for you. You have to be better. And so I was like, all right, I have to go back to school. I have to finish my degree and see what life has to offer. It's going to be hard because I grew up with her, and she was like my breadwinner. She and my dad were probably my breadwinner. Well, they're parents, so I guess that's what they're supposed to do. But like she is my biggest motivator. Persons will think and say, why is she still the biggest motivator? Because even though beyond the grief, she is still my biggest motivator. Like the person I strive to be better than. So that is how she motivates me. I strive to be better than her in everything that I do. I strive to make her proud. Right? I want her to look at me and say, what girl? Yeah, go on man. Yeah, that was what made me proud or made me feel as if I can push on. Because she's saying to me, you're doing good, or she going about her business, telling her friends, telling people around her. And my daughter this, look what she do. She get this at school or she come this year. That was what made me push on even better. Right? We had a very good relationship. Um we had a very good mother daughter relationship. Um she was one of my closest friends, somebody where we could have slung our sus with our chat with, because at the end of the day, I know a lot of things that I'm going to tell her I probably won't be able to tell other people, because at the end of the day, I'm with that. And I know that if I tell her something, she's not going to tell anybody else. If I tell her, shh, nobody tell nobody, I know that it's a guarantee that it will not be heard again, right? Because she had my back, right? It's hard now because at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. Even though I have friends around me, I have family around me that loves me, and I know that they love me like good, good, good. I still don't have the love that my mother would give me. The love that I know that my mother has for me or had for me, I can't have it anymore. The relationship that I had with her, I can't have it anymore because there's nobody that is there to replace her. There's nobody there to step in for her, because she is the only person that will do what she did. Right? She's the only person I know will sacrifice everything she has for me. My a mother has a different type of love. The love that a mother has, it's differently. And so that loss was hard. I pray nobody has to go through a loss like that. But if you do go down that road, or if you know of somebody who he's in that path or he's on that path, few words of encouragement. Don't push them to grieve, as well as don't push them to move past their grief, because if you try to give them, or if you try to let them skip over their grief, ignore my son. If you try to push them to skip over their grief, they're going to be missing out on a lot in regards to their mental stability, right? Because you're forcing somebody to, oh, him dead, him gone, she dead, she gone, move on, life goes on. No, that's not how it works. Death is of course unavoidable, but when somebody die, you take the time out to cherish them, cherish their memories you had for them or you have for them. Cherish the time you spend together, because that day you'll never get back. You'll never get the chance to have that person and hold the person again. So you spend the time to think about it and to gather your thoughts on it. Yeah, so take the time out to just think about the person, and don't let them just skip past and like, oh, I'm gone, so let's move on now. Right? Another thing, cry, bawl, Allah. Yeah? Yeah. If that's how you feel in the moment, do it. Do it. Because you see, the moment you spend to battle up all of the anger inside you, battle all of the pain that you're feeling, you put it inside you, everything just becomes heavy. Your heart becomes heavy. Your body becomes heavy. I mean, it's a matter of I did do that, but at the end of the day, I wrote. I wrote about how I was feeling, or I spoke, or I talked to God about how I was feeling, because I didn't want to be walking around with the stress of, oh my gosh, Mommy Diane, am I going to do this? So I wrote about it. I did cry. I cried a lot, especially when at night I'm like, She's not coming back. She is not going to be here for my graduation. She will not be here for my introduction of my boyfriend. She's not going to be here for our wedding. She's not going to be here for her grandchildren. I cried, of course I cried. She's not going to be here to see her last child graduate college, high school. So I did cry indeed. I did cry. And I cry mostly because of my sister, for my sister, because I realized that I grew up with a mommy. She's not. She's not going to grow up with a mommy, and that hurts. That hurts a lot because while I grew up with a mother, I got the love. I got to feel the emotions behind it. She will not be able to feel that. Yeah, I can always give her as much sisterly love, but what about a motherly love? She's not going to be able to experience that love. So I felt a way about it, and that pushed me. That pushed me to the brakes, to the brinks of my emotions. Right. So allow, if you're grieving, cry, ball. It's just cry, just and don't think of it as it's just life. I'll tell you why though. How I get over a lot of things is I think about it as it's just life. God teach me a lesson, or I can move past this, and indeed I can. You can. But if you're living in the moment, just live in the moment, because we don't know what tomorrow brings. We don't know what tomorrow has in store for us. And we can only do so much and no more. So we try to encourage, I try to encourage people. Grieve if you want grieve. Ball if you want ball. Allah if you want Allah. Do not hurt or harm yourself though. Because hurt and harming yourself is worse than you grieving. If that is not grieving, that is just hurting yourself, right? So yeah. Yeah. No, I lost my dad the day before I got to work. No, the day after I got to work. So I got to work the Tuesday I started working. The Tuesday night, about 5 o'clock. No, like Wednesday morning, approximately 5 o'clock in the morning, I got a call saying that my dad has been admitted in the hospital, or they're about to take my dad to the hospital to admit him in the hospital. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for laughing. It's just that this is like ridiculous. It is really really ridiculous. Like, this is just how life is. One day you're here and the next you are not. And it is really ridiculous. And it's really hard to understand. It's really hard to comprehend, let's put it that way. How a person can be here 1 minute, like a hearty person, like yeah, they're here and you're run up and down, and the next minute you're just not. I mean, what happened? What happened? Why? But the moment you take to second guess life is the moment you take, or you spend missing out on opportunities, or missing out on living. And that's what I often do. I often take the time out to second guess life. Why am I here? Why good things happen to why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people? Why an innocent person just standing here and all of a sudden heart failure or kidney failure or some poisoning, something just randomly happen and you just die, and you have bad persons out there killing for no reason, murdering an innocent child for no reason. And why is life like this? But then when I take the time out to second guess, I become hungry. um Sadness overthrow my emotions, and Yeah, and it hurts. So I refuse. I refuse to take the time out to pre the negative. So instead, I choose to focus on the positive, even if it's a negative situation. Like for example, my dad died, and he was my last breadwinner. One, he was the only living parent I had. Two, three. It's just sad how they both went. Like they were here 1 minute and the next minute they are not. And then I am just the last one for my dad. So I'm like, oh shit. Do I have to like do all of this on my own? Like first I never had a mom love, but I was okay because I had a dad love, and me know say him love me and me know say him proud of me because he showed he he became excited over every little thing I did. Um I wore a white dress once and create excitement like, we got married and you didn't tell me, and you went on and on about it. And it was a funny situation, but I saw how much love was in his concern, how much love was in his statement about the entire situation, and I saw the dad there. So it came to me as a shock, but I was a bit I am a bit more mature than I was a year ago when my mom passed. I cried, but I understood. I understood that it was life, or it is life, and we are all here, but we are not here to stay. And we are all going to go one day. We might not all go the same way, but we are going to path with each other one day. So what I'm encouraging myself to do is make the use of the time that I have with my loved ones now, because I don't know when I don't know when I'm going to path with them. So I try to make the use of the time that we have together. My friends, even if I don't talk to my friends in like months, at least once a month, I always try checking up on them or saying, "Hey, you're good? How are you? You alright?" And people might think that I hold grudge, but I don't hold grudge. I'm friends with everybody. I might not smile up with you or tell you my big dark secret, but I'm friends with you. I I talk to you when if I don't see you, I wonder where have you been? Are you okay? You're good. You're alright. Because I realize that life, life is life is something that it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to have. It's an opportunity to be here in the moment or be within um a group of people, to have every part of you been working, have every part of you working, have your ears hearing, your nose smelling, your mouth can talk, your eyes can see. We often as human beings, we often take things for granted. You realize if you must realize we often take the smallest things for granted. So you are walk and you're like, I'm gonna this, I'm gonna that, but you're not looking into it and say, I could not have been here, right? I could not have been this beautiful, or I could not have been this tall, or I could not have been this sexy, or whatever. While there's other persons out there that actually need something that you have. You have a healthy kidney. Somebody out there need a healthy kidney, right? Somebody out there needs some blood, right? So We should appreciate the moment that we have here. We should appreciate the time that we spend with people. We should appreciate the time that people tell us that why I like how you think, or why I like how you talk, or whatever, right? Appreciate it, because you don't know when you're not going to be able to do that thing that you love so much. So I love to smile. I love to talk to people. I prefer talking to people than actually being in my head. I was saying this to somebody the other day that I hate being in my head. I hate being in a space and a closed space to myself. I do it from time to time because a girl need our time and our space. A girl just need to be by herself sometime, but it's not something that I love. I love talking to people because when I talk to people, I get to understand your train of thought. I get to understand what you're thinking, what you're feeling. How do you feel about the situation? How do you feel about whatever happened to you in the past, or is it happening to you right now? So I spend the time to talk to people. I spend the time to discover new things, discover different personality, because that's how I build on myself. Smile. Yes, it's not. It's something that just happened. It's not fake. So I smiled just now, and it wasn't fake. It was a genuine smile, because that's just how I see life. Life is sad. Life full of depression. I'm working every day and I'm stressed out. But at the end of the day, it's just life. You just have to move on. You just have to put on a strong front and move past it. Get over it. Right? Right. So if you're somebody dealing with grief and you need somebody to talk to, just link me up. I'll be here for you. I will be here for you. I will help you. It's not I'm not going to tell that I'm a psychologist. No. I'm just a person with a very big heart that wants to help people. Right? If you know somebody who is grieving and you don't know how to help them because they keep they keep messing up, or they keep thinking that life is about to end, because just let them talk to me. I'm here to talk. I'm here to help. I'm here to encourage people. If you're going through a bad day, if you're having a bad day, think about it. Somebody else is having a worse day. And I'm not saying this because it is true. I'm not saying this for you to feel better, but it is the honest truth. People are out there going through the worst thing ever, and it might seem, because it's you it's happening to, because my mom died, I feel like God doesn't like me, or I'm going to not be in this situation, or God take me. I'm living in the moment. So I ride through that storm. I ride through that situation. I feel so hopeless. I feel so helpless because I don't know what to do, or I can't help myself. Ooh, not my tongue. I can't help myself because something is going on in my life. But at the end of the day, I just like now make it hinder me from pushing on. I'm going to make me stronger. So whatever is I'm facing, I'm going to allow it to better me. Alright? My camera seem not to be working. I don't know why it's not working. I have no idea why it's not working. See? But it seemed not to be working. Anyways, that's how I say goodbye. Goodbye to one and all. See it's not working. Goodbye to one and all. Thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for just being here. You are all my biggest fans. My biggest fan. What song brought me through my um days of weakness? I'm going to tell you the song that brought me through my days of weakness. The song that brought me through my days of weakness is Romain and Christopher Martin's song Glow. The words of that song brought me through my deepest, darkest time. So, what I need you to do is find something that makes you feel happy. If you love to pray, find prayer. If you love to listen music, find music. If you love to read, read. If you love to listen poem, listen poem. If you love to talk to people, talk to people. Because you need, whenever you're grieving, you need something to push you. You need something to help you get over whatever you're feeling. Right? So far now, my people, please remember to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, leave a comment. Tell me, what do you think can help people get past their grief? Whatever they're grieving about, tell me a way that they can be better manage their grief. All right, follow me on all social. It is at Tisha Shaw, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube is Tisha Pod Vlog. So Tisha Shaw, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.